All right, today what we're going to do is discuss the setup. So right off the bat, what you're going to see is me addressing the bar here. What you're going to find is a lot of similarities to what we talked about with the bench press. Finding your grip, the grip itself, stacking the joints, all these same things apply. All right, so the only thing that might be a little bit different here is we want to typically use a little bit narrower grip than what we would use for a bench press. As I walk the bar out of the hooks, I want to make sure that my lats are contracted. I'm pressing my triceps into my rib cage so that the weight of the bar is actually on my body and not in my hands. As you can see here, what we're going to do is try to start to stabilize the body by positioning certain things to achieve a 50-50 weight distribution for the start of the lift all the way through the conclusion. Here's another view posterior, walking the bar out of the hooks. So again, here you'll see a little better representation of keeping the wrists underneath the elbows. Again, the lats are contracted, scapular retraction, and just creating all necessary tension from head to toe. In terms of stability, starting from the feet, the weight should always be maintained through the midsole. All right, we're tightening all the lower musculature so that the knees do not flex whatsoever throughout the movement. And then two key things must happen here. One, squeezing the glutes will push the hips forward, and then by contracting the lats as well, this is going to help to protect the lumbar region or that lower back region from excessive extension. Moving up, we'll see that the scaps are retracted just like the bench press. The forearms are plumb and parallel, and the eyes should be looking forward, not up, not down. All right, to initiate the actual press, what we want to do is thinking about driving our triceps off those contracted lats, pushing the bar straight up. As the bar starts to approach the chin, what you're going to do is pull the head straight back. We do not want to throw the head back so we're looking up at the ceiling where the chin is canted up, but think about pulling the head back and making double chins. Sounds funny enough, but this is going to allow you to make sure that you maintain that 50-50% weight distribution from front to back. As you see the bars pressed up overhead, at the height of the conclusion of the concentric motion, you'll see that the head is pushed through the arms, still maintaining looking forward, not up or down, and the bar should reside directly over the shoulder joints and over top of the base of the neck. As the bar is lowered, we simply pull the head back in the reverse direction and again allow the bar to come back down to the top of the clavicle. All right, for the bar path for the overhead press, it's going to look very different than what it did for the bench press. As we talked about the bench press, it's more of an arcing motion back towards the head for the concentric portion of the lift. For the overhead press, what you're going to see is almost a near vertical path, except for the point where you'll see the head being thrust through the arms, that the bar will actually slightly arc back towards the back of the head, again with the bar residing over top of the shoulders and the base of the neck. Here we're going to take a look at some common mistakes beginners tend to make when first engaging in the overhead press. This video here is going to represent a couple technique flaws that we often see. And a lot of it can be contributed directly to the loss of stability, particularly in the lower body. What I mean by this is probably the biggest culprit is losing tension, particularly amongst the quadriceps as well as the glutes, not keeping those hips forward and tight. Could be also loss of contraction of the lats. Also to an extended wrist may also contribute to this bar path being well beyond the back of the head. And again, what this does is causes great stress on the shoulders and the lower back. In this clip here, you're going to see almost the complete opposite. This is where the individual is not completing the press per se by leaving the bar in the front plane of the body. So what happens here is a couple of things. It's either not fully contracting at the top in terms of locking the elbows out, but also to not pushing the head through the arms to finish off the lift. Unfortunately, what this does is it places the bar directly over the balls of the feet, where the only thing that can perhaps happen here is emphasis off the muscle being trained, but also to loss of stability.